also makes Alexia Brofa producer and probably lost part of Sakura Succubus 6. Maybe not, maybe it is. We'll see a little bit how it goes. So let's jump into where we left off. Stephanie, no, Elizabeth. And also wanted to say goodbye or something. Oh. Rather than Stephanie screen Ernest Irish sister, instead come face to face with Elizabeth. Yes? Frown at her bemused? What is it? Elizabeth peers at me for a few moments, her gloved fingers still curled about the fabric of my shirt before at long last she speaks. I know your plane will be arriving soon, so I will try to be brief. I would like to thank you on my lady's behalf for being so very nice to her. You truly are a kind man. I can see I was right to place my lady in your care. I only hope both for my lady's sake and for your own that you meant all those sweet sentiments you dispense so carelessly. Well, she is definitely a succubus. I mean, those eyes cannot be made by anyone else on a succubus. Do not, Elizabeth's eyes flash warningly. Forget my lady upon returning to Japan. You have made so deep an impression upon her, I fear she would be distraught if you were to abandon her. Do try to be cognizant of her feelings. If you upset her, then I shall have no choice but to make you very, very sorry indeed. I know I look like an ordinary maid, but I promise you, this is no idle threat. If I were you, I would not want to get on my bad side. I have powers a puny mortal like you can only dream of, and some powers I am sure that you could not. If you do not wish to meet the premature end, I would advise you to heed my words. I mean, I know she's a succubus, and I can just about grasp about the power she has, but I presume all succubuses has some tricks up their sleeves. Elizabeth grabs tightly upon my clothes, she only pinching my shirt, not the skin beneath it, but her grip is alarmingly forceful. Elizabeth might look prime and proper, but it's obvious she is not a woman to be trifled with. This is how freshly caught fish feel. I wonder a moment before they're sliced up and served as sashimi? I feel like my own end is rapidly approaching. If I upset Elizabeth, I don't doubt she'll make me regret it. It's a pretty chilly day and it's cold even inside the airport, but I feel like the temperature dropped a good few degrees. I swallow and shivering, repeatedly with an obedient. I'll be good. You don't need to fret over Stephanie's welfare. I'm not the sort of guy who goes by partners. I promise. I won't hurt her, so please, won't you let me go? I don't want to miss my flight. Elizabeth continues to observe me for a few moments, unblinkingly before. Very well. She draws back, a smile playing about her lips. I didn't imagine you were trustworthy, but I wanted to make quite sure. You may go now, if you desire, though I have one further word of warning. What? She isn't going to try to track me down and obliterate me should I ever make Stephanie cry, is she? Elizabeth devoted to Stephanie enough, I wouldn't be surprised. She is so serious I can easily imagine her wielding a sword or maybe a knife. Her maid dress is so frilly she could be concealing any number of deadly weapons beneath the hem of her skirt. An awkward moment passes then. You must be aware of this already, but you really are very attractive to us succubi. Your scent, Elizabeth runs her tongue against her lower lip, is delectable. So much so Even I had difficulty restraining myself in your presence. I was able to temper my urges for the sake of my lady's budding romance. I did not wish to get in the way, but other succubi will be less circumspect. You had best be careful upon your return to Japan, else you may find yourself swamped by the affections of even more of our kind. Try not to let yourself get drained dry. Even a virile man like you must have your limits, and there are only so many succubi you can satisfy. We make the rather instant lover, and if you let us, we will consume all of your affections. Well, there we actually got the 100% confirmation she is a succubus, but I already know that for a very long time now. This warning coupled my eerie laughter sends fresh shivers down my spine. Is it just my imagination, or do her irises seem to be glowing? I had some doubts about Elizabeth, but now I'm really beginning to wonder. Don't tell me. You are not a succubus yourself, are you? Well, I wonder. Elizabeth grins. Perhaps I will show you my true self at a later date, should our paths happen to cross again. But until that day, I shall bid you adieu. Elizabeth takes her skirt between gloved hands and drops me a neat courtesy as befitting of a maid. Hope you have a safe flight. I do remember to keep in touch with my lady. I was not joking when I said if you were to upset her, I would never forgive you. You had best watch out. Trifle with me and I will make sure that you regret it. "18 hours later. Home sweet home, at long last. It's with a sight that I fling my suitcase down on the floor, then collapse onto my futon. I'm so tired I can't work up the energy to unpack any of my things, or even to get changed, though I know I should at least strip off and haul myself into the shower. My flight was a long one, made longer still by 3-hour layover stuck waiting in an airport, and I'm all gross and sweaty from the stress of it. I've been sat in my pants for so long it almost feels like I need to cut out of them. My head's pounding and my whole body aches. I'm pretty tall for a Japanese guy, unusually so in fact, and my legs always get scrunched up when I fly. It's one of the main reasons why I hate air travel so much, that my uncanny ability to get stuck near screaming babies. I must be a magnet for them. At least that wasn't a known issue during my return, thanks to Marina buying us first class tickets. Yeah, I don't think you are allowed to have babies in first class. I think that actually is not allowed. I mean, it's not unbelievable. You don't see too many babies in the first class cabins on airlines. The lack of screaming has done little to ease the dull aching in my skull, however. It's a good thing I muse laying bonelessly on my foot on the Cosmos and Ayu didn't stop by to see me. Cosmos texted me when I was collecting my luggage asking if she could welcome me back, but I fobbed her off. I said that while I missed her, I felt so tired to speak to anybody, even my beloved cat girlfriend, and especially her grumpy twin-tailed idle buddy. Cosmos and I are pretty close despite Ayu's claims to the contrary, and I knew if Cosmos had come to see me, Ayu would have followed suit. I can't put up with her shrill shrieking, not now. I'm glad I can luxuriate in the quietude of my empty apartment at the very least. It's 2100 and the sun has long since set. The sky beyond my windows is stark black and fleet lively with stars. My mind screams at me to shower, but my body feels far too comfy. There should be no harm in closing my eyes, if only for a few moments. Yeah, everyone thinks I can close my eyes for a few moments, no problem with that. And then wake up 9 hours later to wonder, what did just happen? I relax for a bit and then I shower. I definitely do it, I just need a bit of time. I need... Beep beep. I rise from my slumber by a sudden high-pitched beeping which emits from my pocket. Sitting bolt upright and shake my cell phone, I note as I do so that it's only 21:05. I must have dozed off for 5 minutes. I'm more focused, however, on the name which is flashing on my phone screen. Actually, when I took my driving license, they said if you're too tired to drive, park your car and you'll sleep for about 15-20 minutes, and but not more. Because if you sleep for like 15-20 minutes, you actually get more alert and not feeling tired anymore. But if you sleep longer than that, you get into like a deep sleep state, which means when you wake up, you will be tired. I slept in cars several times, so well, I have no problem with it at least. My mom is calling me, but why? It's kind of late. Finally, I pick up the call and press my phone to my ear. Hey mom, how are... I mean, but I don't have a chance to fill in my well-meaning query. My mother practically jumps down my throat, her voice unusually pitched with concern. Hiroki, isn't it? Hiroki, where in the world have you been? I've been trying to call you for the last 2 weeks. Oh yeah, how about that? I went. Sorry mom, I've been in another country for a bit. I wasn't checking my phone too much, I was kind of busy. Well, I can see that much. It's been all over the news. What has? I explained blanks. This isn't about Hazel and Marina thing, is it? Oh yes, I heard all about your relationship with Hazel Williams and Watsuki Marina, but that isn't the end of it. You were photographed early in Astoria Airport consorting with the princess of the country Stephonia. Stephonia? I'm proud. You mean Steffi? Steffi? But my mother claims, her voice disbelieving. Though I can't see my mother's face, I can imagine it well enough. Her eyes must be popping out of her skull right now. And my casual way of referring to a genuine blue-blooded princess. So the story is true. Are you really in a relationship with all these women? Yeah, it's true. I tried to tell you that before, remember, when you laughed at me? Steffi is pretty new addition to my hair. I got myself on. Casanova though I may be, there's no way I can say Heron to my mother. To my Rechuine, rather. I not met her before up until a couple of weeks ago, so I couldn't have told you about her. I'm in a relationship with Hazel Williams, though, and with Suki Marina, and Yamamoto Ifumi, Iku Ayu, and Costas Moretti, too. I know them for almost a year, and they're all dear to me in their own ways. What? Then, Hiroki, you... I hear my mother's voice throughout the phone, albeit faintly, all fragmented though, the sheer shock of it. I guess I can't blame my mom for being so stunned. It's not every day you learn that your only son is a total stud who's dating so many influential women. It's a good thing my mom's only in her early 50s, so I worry about giving her a heart attack. Were you really serious when you called me earlier? Yeah, I was. I said as much. Everything I said was true. Though I admit it does sound unbelievable. If I weren't in this situation, I wouldn't believe it myself. The last few months have been all kinds of crazy, really. Oh, I can't believe that. I never thought you'd be able to manage one relation, much less 6. It's actually 7 if you add you into the mix, but I decided to keep silent about that. I don't want to hit my mom with a bombshell that yes, Succubus do exist and I'm dating the monarch. That'd be a bit too much for her to swallow. I'm trying to be considerate, son, but... Hiroki. The voice suddenly interrupted my musing, coupled with the slamming of a door. Instantly I feel my heart sinking. This scene feels awfully familiar. Didn't I get interrupted when I was lost on the phone with my mom too? I turned about anxiously, my eyes wide, and soon come face to face with... you. Yeah, that's not the one I was expecting. Here the prince of the Succubus just dancing all her finery. She's attired not in her skin-tight Succubus clothes, but her supposedly casual attire she dons in the human world, though her dress is anything but. She was wearing a white gown so long in brushes in the tatami floor. Her dark hair is decorated with ornamental instruments. Her eyes are lined with severe-looking mascara and a cool blue eyeshadow, which makes her eyes look icy. This dress's use is exquisite. It wouldn't look at all out of place in a museum. It doesn't fit in, alas, in my small run-down apartment. She makes everything else look horribly shabby by contrast. I'd ask how she got in here. I'm sure I locked the door, but that'd be a moot point as a Succubus is more than capable of using magic to jimmy locks. You approaches me. Her footsteps is quite as a cat's. Then says in an imperious tone, I missed you a good deal these last 2 weeks. Why did you not tell me that you had come back to Japan? I would have dropped everything to see you. That is how much I care for you. I know that you... I am sorry, I didn't mean to leave you in the dark. It's just... Oh? You guys just shifted across my face until it seals in upon my phone. Her lips purse are clear. She says, is this why you did not think to contact me? Or are you too busy speaking with another woman? You truly are shameless. Hiroki? I heard my mother's voice bemused buzzing in my ear like a bee. Hiroki, is everything alright? Is somebody there? It's fine. I assure my mom, though it's actually I'm starting to sweat somewhat fierce. I guess just came over, it's all, and she seems to have the wrong idea about something. Oh, really? Yes, really, I'm not doing anything to be ashamed of. Ha. You scoffs. That would be a first. Do you truly mean to say that you are not engaged in conversation with your darling Stephanie, whom you left behind in Astoria? No, I'm not. Huh? You raised an eyebrow. Then do you mean to say you're not speaking to a woman at all? I am, but I'm not speaking to one of my partners. I'm talking to my mother, and no interest in dating her. First thought, I might be depraved, but I'm not ready to add any of my own blood relations to my harem. My weave of interpersonal relations is complex enough already. Thank you very much. Yeah, and we're not in Alabama. Thank you. And unlike the mothers you see in adult videos, my own mother is decently average looking. Well, in those adult videos, they're just always actually fake. They're just acting, and you'll be glad about that. She might wear her hair in a ponytail, and sometimes she wears an apron, but she's in her 50s. She's totally normal, slightly chubby, middle-aged woman. And what is it? Your blue eyes light up at this and realize instantly that this was the wrong thing to say. God. Reading so much does really take out your throat. I can tell what's going to happen before it does, but you still manage to surprise me with her swiftness. Quicker than blinking, she reaches out and then, you know. Well, considering she just took the phone, I do actually believe it is okay to add another episode. Because, to say the least, there's gonna be a hectic final episode next time. So, hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye!